Hello, everyone. Thanks for being with us today. It's been a while, but we're back. The Turnover Football Show brought to you by Delco Football. I'm your guy, the host, LT. I got with me Dan from the prediction panel. Got Kev with me too from the prediction panel. Today we got some good stuff to talk about. It's playoff time, everybody. All right. But first, we're gonna start off our donut count. Them donuts been piling up. So as far as donuts, leading the way is Chester with 6. Strathaven and Ridley both have 4 donuts on the season. Bonner has 3 donuts on the season. O'Hara, Radnor, Haverford High, and Lower Merion have 2 donuts on the season. And then we have a number of teams that have 1. Episcopal Academy, Academy Park, Garnet Valley, Marple, Carroll, Upper Darby, and Pencrest to round us out. So listen, that's a lot of donuts in the season, a lot of defense being played. But on the other hand, a lot of offense being played too by some teams. Are 50 pieces leading the way. Springfield, they have 3 50 pieces on the season. Chester has 2. Oh, and I forgot, Ridley has 3 on the season. Haverford High has 2. Strath has 2. And Bonner, Carroll, and Episcopal Academy all have 1 50 piece on the season. So that's a great job with scoring the football. All right. So next, we're going to talk about our 1,000-yard rushers. Now, maybe missing some guys off here. If we're missing anybody, please reach out so I can make sure you get the recognition that you deserve. But at the end of the regular season, Liam Teller has 1,806 yards and 27 touchdowns. Brett Walski, he has 1,280 yards with 20 touchdowns. Amaj Goins from O'Hara has 1,360 yards with 16 touchdowns. Maurice Dansler from Chichester tapping in. He has 1,594 yards and 18 touchdowns off of that 300-yard game he had last week. And lastly, Mamadou Rogers. Now, these numbers for Mamadou, they're a little outdated, but we have up into the last 2 games. So he had 1,002 yards and 15 touchdowns, but we don't have the totals from the last 2 games. So we're sure he's over there. He may be sitting around 1,200 right now. And he scored several times as well. All right, so that's our 1,000-yard rusher so far on the season. Again, if we missed you, please reach out. I apologize. We'll make sure you get that recognition. All right. So real quick, we're gonna talk about our record update. We have 2 record chasers that I posted up to let everybody know what was going on. So Liam Teller right now, he has on his career 5,556 yards. He is 234 yards away from breaking Kevin Jones's all-time rushing record in Delaware County. That's a lot of yards.
Impressive.
But he's 234 yards away. They got a game coming up this week, and then they got a Thanksgiving game. They're promised. Hopefully they can keep it moving in the playoffs, and he'll have multiple playoff games to get that record. Also from Chester, QB1 Deron Harris. He has 7,415 yards. It's a lot of yards. He's 173 yards away from breaking Dez Johnson's record from Penwood that he set back 7-8 years ago.
That's all passing yards?
It's all passing yards. All passing yards. So he's 173 yards away. So he might be getting that first half next week, hopefully, But, best wishes to both players, man. Hope it'd be great to see both of those records broken in the same season,
Absolutely.
So we definitely rooting for y'all. All right. So next we're gonna talk about the league champions. I'll throw it to Kev to talk a little bit about the PCL.
PCL in the blue division, you had Ryan win it. In the red, you had LaSalle with a 3-way tie with Roman and Prep. But Bonner finished 4th in that heavily beat down of a red division.
Right.
It's a beast.
It's a beast. You got 3 of the best teams in the state, in my opinion. But then you got the bottom, I would say bottom 3, but Bonner, O'Hara, and then Father Judge. Bonner beat the 2, and then O'Hara beat the 1, and Judge unfortunately went defeated in the red. But the red's a whole different beast. I think personally it's the best division in football, probably in Eastern Coast. I don't see anyone beating or comparing to that league.
I know last year I saw that one article came out said it was number 2 in the country.
Okay.
It has to be. Like, you got Prep and LaSalle.
Yeah.
One of them are going to be the state champion. Roman could probably be a state champion.
Well, Roman's winning the 5A.
That's what I'm saying. I wasn't just going to put it out there like that.
Yeah.
Roman wins
I'll
the
put it out
5A,
there.
Prep and LaSalle 6A, and then Bonner has a shot to win 4A.
Yes.
So
yes.
all in the same regular season league is crazy.
And then for me, just personally, I think why Bonner was so successful last year in the playoffs was playing Prep and LaSalle and getting them ready for the playoffs. Because previous year, Bonner was in the semis and they took the L.
Right.
Last year, they moved up to the red, had to play them, and that exposure to playing the good teams of the state had them ready to play in the playoffs, and they went on a run. So we'll see what happens this year. The playoffs, you're going to have O'Hara play Ryan and Bonner play Wood, and you probably have that rematch, which, hey, Bonner, O'Hara, playoff football ain't nothing better.
Right. All right. I throw it over you to Dan. Talk a little bit about the Central League.
Well, Central League, if we go back to where, we said in the beginning of the year, I actually said no one would go undefeated because everyone was going to beat up on each other. And Springfield, the champion, proved me wrong. They went 10-0 for the season, 9-0 in the league. Big shout out to Ridley, though. Ridley turned it around tremendously, went 9-1 overall, 8-1 in the league. Haven followed them, and Garner Valley was 7-2. So, and then we had Pancras also with a good turnaround year this year, 6-3. Haverford 5-3. Marple 4-5. All playoff teams. So 7 teams. I thought 8 would get in, but 7 teams made the playoffs for the Central League out of 12. That's a pretty good league.
Got you. And I mean, I'll speak on the Del Valle, and I think we all said at the beginning of the season it was Chester's division, and that's what it was. It was Chester's league, undefeated. They're the 2025 Del Valle champions this year. Then we have the Interact. Interact still have 2 weeks to play of league play, but as of now, Episcopal Academy only has 1 loss. Malvern's leading the way with none, and Haverford has 2 losses so far in league play. And again, 2 more weeks to play for those leagues, as they started late and they always finish late as far as league play.
No playoffs, that's why.
Yeah, right. Got to give Delco Christian a shout out. 4-5, man. Your first year's 11-man football. That's a hell of a job. Expect y'all to keep on getting better. But again, Delco Christian joining 11-man football, going 4-5 this year. That was a great job. That was a great job by y'all. Dan,
big shout out goes to Alden Reed football out of Philly. My guy Royale Edwards, head coach, Strathaven alum. Big shout out taking his team in their first year of existence to their District 12 championship against Lansdale Catholic this Saturday, 1:00 in Germantown. All the best to them. Congrats to them on a heck of a year. I'm sorry, about to say something wrong. But yeah, good job.
All right. Hey, so from there, we'll get into our picks. We'll get into our picks for the week. We'll start off with Interboro at Bishop Shanahan. We have a 4A matchup. What's your thoughts, Dan?
I'm riding with the Bucks. Gotta ride with the Bucks.
Do it for Dan.
Yeah, they gotta do it for me, right? You gotta do it for me. And going with the Bucks. Upset in the first round. Let's do it.
Okay. Myself, I'm gonna go with Bishop Shanahan. I think they'll be traditionally good. I think it'll be a good game. Looking for Mamadou to have another good game, but I like Bishop Shanahan.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bishop Shanahan as well. They just play a little bit better competition during the year. I think they're going to be more experienced. They're having a hell of a year, so I'm going to go with Shanahan.
Okay, and that's our only Delco team playing in the 4A bracket. Next, we'll move to our 6A bracket. In our 6A bracket, we have Haverford High School going up against Council Rock South. Kev.
I'm going to go with Council Rock South. I'm going to be on a lot of, I think, the wrong side of Delco here, but I'm going to go with Council Rock South. From what I looked at Max Prep, I mean, it's not much. I'm not going to say I've sat here and studied Council Rock South, but I just think, by numbers and scores, I'm going to go with Council Rock South.
All right. I'm actually going to agree. I mean, 9-1 team. They played some good competition out there. It's going to be tough, but I think Council Rock South will pull it out. How about you, Dan?
3 in a row. Council Rock South for the sweep.
Okay. So we'll look at our only other 6A team that's in the playoffs. We have Ridley. Ridley's going to Souderton. What are your thoughts on that one, Dan? You just talked about, how Ridley turned it around.
Staying with the big green, going with Ridley, bring home the upset.
All right. And I was actually at the Ridley game this past week. They were upset by Garnet Valley. Some wouldn't say it was an upset. Said it'd be Garnet Valley doing what Garnet Valley do.
Right.
But I'm going to go with the Green Raiders and bounce back. I think Ridley's going to bounce back. They're going to get after it. Jackson Sullivan at that quarterback position, Plummer running the rock. And the other kid, 22, I think Ridley bounced back. They're going to play some good defense against this team. I like the Green Raiders.
I'm going to go the other end. I'm going to go with Satterton.
Ooh.
I think it's going to be a low-scoring game because Ridley's defense is unbelievable. I've seen them a couple times. I'd like to see a little bit more explosive plays from Ridley on the offense. If they do get a couple explosive plays, they win this game. But the 2 games I've seen, I haven't seen any explosive plays. Right. The playoffs, you're going to need that. But they're going to hold Satterton to under maybe around 14. But I just don't know if Ridley can get in the end zone. So I'm going to go with Satterton.
Okay. So those are our 6A matchups. Next, we'll move over to the PCL real quick. We'll jump over there. We got Ryan at O'Hara. What's your thoughts, Kevin?
I'm going to go with O'Hara beating the Blue Division champs. They got them earlier in the year. O'Hara's playing pretty well, and they've played the big boys tough the last couple of weeks. Them scores weren't too outrageous. So I'm going to go with O'Hara. I think they're playing pretty good ball right now.
I agree. We're going with the Lions. I think the Lions win this one. They get back on track, and they get ready for that big matchup next week.
Yep.
Same thing, O'Hara. Shout out to O'Hara.
All right. We have our other PCL Delco matchup. We have Wood at Bonner. Thoughts there?
Bonner is going to run away with this one. That's just what it is.
Yeah, I think it's time for them. They done went through the gauntlet. Now it's time for them to show out. So I like Bonner as well. Exactly. We know who you like, Ed.
Yeah, you just said the gauntlet. So they just played the 3 top teams right in a row. They've been waiting for someone to come along where they can get their offense going. I think they get it back on track, and that scoreboard is going to be lit up.
Okay. So we'll work this 5A bracket now. And this is, we have a good number of teams from Delco in the 5A bracket. But our first matchup, our Central League champion, 10-0, Springfield. Visitors, Upper Dublin coming in. Your thoughts, Kev?
Springfield, they got it rolling. Played Haven last week, 10-7. Pretty good game. I'd like to see a little bit more offense. Being an offensive guy.
It was a great game.
But I'm going to go with Springfield. They're going to keep it rolling. Go to the second round.
I agree. I think the Cougars roll.
Same here. Springfield all the way.
Okay. Next, we'll move to our 8 seed versus our 9 seed matchup. We have Pencrest at Westchester East. Your thoughts, Dan?
I got Pencrest. I saw Westchester East, even though this is 10 weeks ago in the scrimmage. Kind of saw what they were doing, what they started with this year. Saw Pencrest early in the season as well. And I feel like Pencrest has turned the corner, is ready to make a move.
I'm on the same trip. Lions, back-to-back. Lions again. Let's go, Lions. I like Pencrest. I think they'll get thrown. I saw Westchester East play against Cammy Park.
Yep.
Cammy Park, they had them. Once for those penalties, they had them. They had them on the ropes.
Yep.
But I think Pencrest, they control things. They don't make those no turnovers and make those bad decisions like Academy Park did.
Yep.
What's your thoughts?
You just took the words out of my mouth.
I'm
Pencrest,
yeah.
I've seen them against Academy Park also. I don't think Pencrest is going to get them penalties on big time plays. They're going to grind out the clock and win this game.
Okay. Next, we move to Haven. We got Strath Haven taking on Upper Moreland. That's our 4 seed versus our 13 seed matchup. Kevin.
Haven. They played Springfield very tough. They're going to come out. They're going to run. They're going to do what they do. They're going to run the rock. I see Haven winning this one pretty good. Yeah,
this is I agree. This is Haven's time of the year. It's so familiar to them. They've been in this situation probably 20 times in the past 22 years.
Yep.
So I like Haven. Your thoughts, Dan?
Oh man, it's not a tough decision. I just
the way you were talking, I was like, whoa.
No. It's not a tough decision. It's just that watching the games and understanding what Haven football is and what it looks like. I just got to talk to these running backs for a second. Like, fellas, first contact, you don't go down on first contact. That's the first thing. You got to run through the tackle and start cutting up the field the way you're supposed to cut up the field. Stop rounding it out. Stop trying to get home runs. Get 4 yards, get down, get in the alley, and do what you're supposed to do, and we'll win these games. Like against Springfield, I was pissed off. All right, I'm vetting right now because against Springfield, there were holes there. There were cuts there.
Boys and girls.
We're not 90 degree in that thing. We're bouncing it out, trying to be faster than everyone else, and it's very aggravating. But besides that, Haven's going to win on Friday.
Okay,
that's it.
You all right?
I'm good, man.
He got it out.
He's fired up.
Hey, that's that Haven fire. So hey, listen, Talking about Haven, next we go to our Del Valle champion, the 10-0 Clippers, our number 2 seed, taking on another Delco team, Marple Newtown. This is our only Delco versus Delco matchup in our five. Well, actually, in the whole playoffs. So we got Chester taking on Marple. We actually saw this 3 years ago. Marple came down to Chester when Chester was 1 seed.
It's a good
And,
game.
And Chester came out the victor. And, it was it was stuff going on in the game, but good game. Chester won it. We're back here. What are your thoughts this time around?
It's not the same Marble team coming, and it's a better Chester team that's waiting for you. So it's Chester.
Okay, no arguing with that one for me. Yeah, like the Clippers. It's again, when we had our first show, they were my favorite to win the district.
Right.
And they've done everything that they're supposed to do to get to that point at this point, and I don't think it stops. I think they keep rolling. Kevin.
Yep, Chester. Chester was better than I thought this year, or not better than I thought. They did what they were supposed to do, and I think Marple might have took a step back on me. I was high on the on Marple. They went 5-5 on me. I'm gonna take Chester, man.
And it's actually gonna be interesting. We got two of our featured players going head to head in this one, and Brett Wolski and Jalen Harris. So that's gonna be a good one.
That is.
All right. So next we move to our 7-10 matchup. We have Garnett Valley coming off of a huge win at Ridley. And again, familiar territory for them, but they're playing against Upper Perk. What's your thoughts, Kev?
I think this is going to be a great game. This might be the best game in the bracket for round one. I'm going to go with Garnet Valley. They've been there coming off a big win against Ridley. Upper Perk is nothing to walk over. They better be ready to come play. I expect them. The coach will do a good job there. I'm going to go Garnet Valley.
Okay, hold on 1 second. All right, and so that wraps up our 5A bracket. So we got a couple interact. Oh, I'm sorry. Who's that? Oh, Garnet Valley. Yeah, you didn't do Garnet. So I like the Jags. I mean, come on. This is what the Jags do. The Jags did what they did last week. I like the Jags. Garnet Valley. All right. So
2 blowouts. We getting 2 blowouts from the Jags.
They haven't really blown.
Yeah,
they haven't really blown.
You guys were very confident now. I think it's going to be a good game.
I like them, but I think that experience and being there, I think they're coming into because they had a rough start. They had a rough start with the 2 losses. They're coming into their where they win games and the flow of their offense looked good. And it was just a gutty game. And last week against Ridley, man, and it showed me something. I was there live, and I was like, yeah, they're ready. They're ready. So I mean. Not talking a 28-point win, but I think they win, and it's not a 3-point win.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, I hear that.
All right. So that's our 5A bracket. We got a couple interact games this week. We got Episcopal Academy visiting Germantown Academy. Who you like?
I like Episcopal.
Like Episcopal?
Episcopal.
Same here. EA. I mean, they lost to Malvern. 24-0. Listen, Malvern's a very good team. So I think Episcopal may be number 2 right now in the interact. I like them, so I like Episcopal. How about you, Kev?
3 in a row. Episcopal. Be good there.
Okay. And our other interact matchup, we have Haverford School going against Springside Chestnut Hill Academy.
Yes.
Who you like, Kev?
I like Springside Chestnut. I was on the Fords, all year. I just think Springfield. I was looking at their numbers. I think they might get them. I think they might clip them, and we'll see. I think it'll be a good game. It's internet, so be a good game. I'm going with Springside.
Okay. I'm gonna ride with the Fords. Come on, Ford, and you let me down a couple times. I still got a little faith in you. I haven't really seen Chestnut Hill play anybody that. I'm gonna go with the Fords. Got a little faith in them. I know they had some injuries. They had like 5-6 guys out. Hopefully, some of them guys can get back and they can get rolling again. Okay.
I'm gonna ride with Haverford on this one. I'm gonna stick with them. They're both 4-4 with Springside, Chestnut Hill. Springside's 2-1 in the league. Haverford's 1-2. It's a chance for them to climb up the ladder a little bit in the standings. I like Haverford.
Okay, and our final game. This game is a scheduled game. It's not a playoff game, but it's actually our oldest rivalry in Delaware County. And you might have to correct me, but I want to say it's the 119th meeting. I don't know why that's bringing a bell, but I actually found out about this a couple years ago. but it's the longest rivalry in our county. Actually, I think I'm wrong because I think EA and Haverford might be up there as well.
Okay.
But it's one of the longest rivalries. We have Lower Marion going to Radnor. So in this matchup, Central League matchup, rivalry game, Radnor much improved. Enright's playing good ball this year. Lower Marion, also much improved quarterback. I mean, he be balling. Who you like in this game, Dan?
It's crazy because a couple of weeks ago I watched Lower Marion lose to Haven, but in that first half I felt like Lower Marion could have been up or tied at 21, whatever the score may have been. They should have had 21 points, but they only had like 7. And then when I watched Radnor play earlier in the year, they were way better than what the scores were allotting. But something is telling me that the receiver, Enright, right?
Mikey Enright, yep.
He's really, really good. I like what he can do. And I'm going to ride with Radnor on this.
I'm the same place. I don't think Lower Marion has anything that can match up with Enright. Even though the quarterback play is good at Lower Marion, but I think this Radnor, they can do a lot of different things. And even Luke Riley at Radnor, he's a nice sized quarterback, big kid.
Yes, he is.
He gets the ball to Enright. I think they have a couple more options on that Radnor team, so I like Radnor.
Oh man, either I'm gonna have a good week or I'm gonna have a bad week.
Lower Marion.
Hey, I'm in the lead again, so I'm in the lead. I'm in the lead. Put it out there, but I'm gonna go with Lower Marion. I'm gonna.
You might get caught this week.
Yeah, I could get caught easily. This is where I got caught last year in the playoffs. So I'm gonna go with Lower Marion. I think it's gonna be a great game. Maybe whoever has the ball last might win the game.
Right.
But I'm gonna go with Lower Marion.
Okay, and it's at Radnor this year, and that's actually a Saturday game at 2:00. I'll actually be there. Shout out to the Aces for booking the Images Bible team, my little club. All right. So before we talk, we're going to just talk a little bit about the brackets, a little more. But before that, I have a correction. We do have the data. Mamadou Rogers has 1,256 yards, and he has 17 touchdowns on the season. When we add those last 2 games in, so Mamadou, man, keep doing your thing, man. Yeah, 17. So, and also, look out for our all-county team. Our county team, I said it before, it's going to be done blindly. I'm going to reach out to all of our head coaches and get our nominations. Our panel, we're going to vote on it blindly. I'm pulling names and teams off. We're going to look at the stats and tell you who our first team and our second teams are. And we're also going to give you a player of the year. So look out for that coming after the season. So we could talk a little bit about playoffs. I mean, when we look at our 4A bracket, it's only 4 teams there. I mean, to me, obvious favorite to win it. Pope John Paul, who's won it so many times.
Yep.
Is anybody you guys think can knock them off, upset them?
No, I like Edinburgh in the first round, but they're not ready for Pope John Paul yet.
Right.
Maybe in a year or 2 they can get to that point. I like how they're improving, but not yet.
What's your thoughts on the bracket?
Yeah, I think Pope John Paul is actually going to light up the first round in the championship pretty good. Seen them last year against Bonner in the playoffs. Our speed was a little bit too much, but you could tell that the talent was there. Pope John Paul is going to win this district.
You hear that? Our speed, not Bonner.
Hey, man, I'm an alumni. I'm allowed to say that.
Hey, listen, I hear you. So we look at our 5A bracket. I mean, good matchups. I mean, obviously, I like that Chester Marple one. I think it's going to be an intense matchup. It's Saturday morning at Chester. You got to wake up, get your coffee, and go see some football on that Saturday morning. But I think it's going to be an intense matchup. Any other first round matchups that stand out to you guys?
Like I said earlier, I think the Garnet Valley Upper Perk game is going to be awesome.
Right. We got the 2 Westchesters.
I was going to say,
they're
for the city of Westchester, or the town of Westchester.
They're familiar with each other.
But Ruston, you got to look at Ruston. They're 8-2. Their 2 losses were both by 1 point against Pope John Paul, who we were just talking about,
right,
and Downingtown West.
Right.
I don't think Ruston is as good as they have been in the past.
Right.
But you have two losses by 2 very good teams by 1 point. So I might be downgrading them a little bit. They might be better than I think. But then I think that Pencrest Westchester East game might be a little bit better than we think.
Right. Now, and it's funny, look, all 3 Westchester teams are in the playoffs.
Yeah.
All 3 are in.
Shout out to Westchester for that.
But looking at Wissahickon, 9-1. I mean, they're very quiet to be 9-1.
Yeah,
no one's talking about
Because if you're 9-1 and you're the 5th seed, I want to know who you play.
them. You're right about that. Did I see Wissahickon this year?
I don't think we did. I know I did.
Yeah, I didn't see him. Yeah, I mean, I tell you what though, our quarterfinals and our semifinals are going to be very interesting.
Man, I can't. That's going to be some good matchups there.
Yep, we got a possible Central League battle between Springfield and Pencrest in the quarters. When you look at possible Chester and Garnett Valley in the quarters, and I know that's something that a few years ago we wanted to see, and we might actually get to see it this year. And then even when you look at the semis, man, Strath and Springfield possibly,
rematch.
Yeah, and then you might be looking at Chester and Ruston again, just depending
if
on how
the
things
favorites
play
work
out.
right? If the seeding works
right,
out.
right. If the favorites win, yeah. Any other thoughts on this bracket?
Yeah.
Well, we'll put it like this: who's your favorite to win it, Dan?
Strathaven, come on now. I'm not going against the grain.
Trying to get it.
Yeah, right. I was just
trying to get it. Who you like, Kev?
Woo, man, put me on the spot.
Put you on the spot.
Man.
Who you like in the finals?
I mean, Springfield's 10-0. They've been running the table. They just played Haven. Haven can definitely get them. I watched that game, and you got two offenses that weren't really. I mean, Springfield got in the red zone 3 times and they didn't score. You know what I mean?
Best defense in the area.
So, but my thing is about these two teams, like you were talking about, they don't have that explosive player to take one to the house.
They need James Fisher right now.
Yeah, and that's what's going to hurt these teams. You got to score when you're in the red zone, and you got to have some big plays in the playoffs. And
even when you think Springfield, man, if they would have had Bradley Barber, man, that would have been that's your lightning right there.
One guy away.
So I'll take Springfield in that top half. Bottom half is going to be, you have to play some good football to get through there. So I'm gonna go with the favorites. I'm gonna go Chester versus Ruston in the semis. I'll take Chester. I'll take the 2 favorites, Springfield versus Chester. I'm gonna go Springfield to win it all.
Okay. And I for the most part, agree with you all the way through there, except for you're a champion. I like the clips. As I said in our first show, man, I thought they was going to win it all. I still feel like that. You know what I mean? The way they're playing, I mean, up front, they got some big dudes, and nobody can match up with them as far as athletically. But they got to play disciplined football. And I think if they play disciplined football and they don't have a whole bunch of penalties, no one beats them.
I mean, I understand what you're saying. I'm riding with Haven still. Chester, Springfield. I like the fact that we can pick 3 different people. Right, 5A is going to be fun.
Yep, most definitely. All right, and then we'll look at our last bracket. Our last bracket is our 6A bracket. We only got 2 teams in there. But, who do we like coming out of here, Dan?
Man, I don't know, because I was looking at this bracket. It's kind of tough because I liked Coatesville in the first couple weeks of the season, and then they went crazy. Haverford, I don't see them going anything in the top half. So,
it's a tough one.
I'm going to go with Pembridge and the top side. And then if Ridley can get through North Penn somehow, some way, I'll take them over Downingtown West. But if not, I like Downingtown West and Pembridge in that district championship.
I got to be honest. I know Coatesville had they blips. I still like Coatesville coming out of that top half.
Okay.
And I can see North Penn being North Penn of old, getting to that championship game. I'll take North Penn over Coatesville.
I'm gonna agree with Dan. I guess I'm gonna go Pembridge versus Downingtown West, and Downingtown West to win it all.
Nice. All right. So those are our brackets this year. We're excited. Can't wait for it to get started this week. Definitely tap back in. We're gonna have shows throughout the playoffs to address what's going on. Other than that, thanks for tuning in. From Dan, Kev, and myself, LT. Look forward to Friday night, Halloween night. It's a great night to have orange and black on. Got them Halloween colors. Let's go Clippers. But and it's not even on Halloween night. It's on Saturday. Just messed my whole joint up.
Right.
But other than that, thanks for tuning in. Follow, share, you know what I mean? All that good stuff. And we'll catch you next time from the Turnover Football Show, brought to you by Delco Football. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.
There you go.
They messed up my whole joint.